Okay, let's take a look at our Monday 5-a-day for week 2. So on Monday, the first thing it wants us to do is express the ratio in 3 different ways. Gray to total. Always make sure that we're looking at this, which is going to tell us whether it's part to whole to part, etc., etc. All right, well, there are 3 grays and 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know that there are 3 grays and 4 white, and we're talking about the total, which would equal 7. So that would be a fraction. In words, it would be 3 to 7. And with the colon here, this is the most common way we see this. It's 3 to 7. If we look at number 2, use an integer to describe the situations. An integer is just another name for a number. 5 degrees below 0 would be -5. Brr. Would not live anywhere where that is. 32 degrees above 0, well, that would just be a positive 32. Number 3, write an expression to represent 6 more than y. Well, we can write 6 add y, which this way does say 6 more than y, but the correct way to do it would be having y and then having 6 more than y. We have y, and then we have 6 more than it. But really, with addition, either of these would give you the correct answer, but this is the one that leads us to 6 more than y. But this one is also 6 more than y. So let's look at number 4. List all the factors, circle the GCF. Factors are something that make something. They are smaller. They will not get bigger than these two numbers. GCF stands for greatest common factor. Okay, so what factors make up 5? Well, that would be 1 and 5. 1 times 5 is 5. That would also make 5 a prime number. 10's factors would be 1, 2, 5, and 10. 1 times 10 is 10. 2 times 5 is 10. I like to put them in order, but it's not really something that you have to do. List 5 multiples. Circle the LCM. Multiples, I always think of something that multiplies. It gets bigger. So we're going to look at numbers that get bigger versus factors or numbers that get smaller, but make something. LCM stands for least common multiple, lowest common multiple. So the 5 multiples of 4 would be 4, 8, 12, and 16. Really need a stylus pen for this. 6 would be 6, 12, 18, 24. This is terrible. 30. And I notice I left one down here. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So what are the lowest common multiple? What is the lowest number that they both share? Well, it's not 4. It's not 8. Oh, there we go. It's 12. We're just going to circle it. Now when we look at number 5, we have 1.44 divided by 0.3. This one can be done by changing our colors. Yep, we don't want KU colors. Let's do black. So this is very similar to a problem that you would have solved in 5th grade. We're going to take our decimal on one of them and move it back. And what we do to one side, we always do to the other. So we'll move this one as well. And all we're doing is we're multiplying this by 10, multiplying this by 10, which now gives us 3 and 14.4. Can 3 go into 14? Yes. How many times? 4. 4 times 3 is 12. We subtract, bring our 4 down. How many times does 3 go into 24? 8 times. And our decimals here, well, I guess I should finish the problem, huh? And subtracting, you get 0, so I know I'm done. So the way that I like to do this is I like to say, I'm going to move my decimal out 1 time, so I'm going to move my decimal in 1 time. And your answer is 4.8, or 4 and 8 tenths. I'm hoping that you can all do that, but 3.6 times 4.2, we do it the standard way. 6 times 2 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6. Add 1 is 7. This is a 42, so we're going to make it look like a 40. 40. 40. Get it? So we add a 0 for place value. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 add 2 is 14. And then add 2, 11, 5, and 1. Again, we have 2 place values. So we go, well, how do we do it? Well, we can go 2 place values in. I like to say we could even move this out at the beginning and have this be a tenth, and we move this one out at the beginning and have it be a tenth, and you multiply basically 36 times 42 would be 1,512, and then a tenth times a tenth is a hundredth, which has 2 place values, so you move your place value in 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this one. We have a our purple marker. Perfect. One purple. There we go. So $33 for 11 pounds. Well, the rate is, it's telling you it's $33 for 11 pounds. So we're doing a ratio of $33. Why are you doing that? There we go. For 11 pounds. So how many pounds do you get for $33? How much money is per pound? Well, 11 plus 11 plus 11 ends up being 33. So we would say for $3 you get 1 pound. And we can check. There we go. All right, exponent form. So exponent form is going to be 2 to the third power. So our expanded form is 2. I'm going to put dots times 2 times 2. 4 to the second power would be 2 times. So 4 times, oops, 4. Almost did it 2. 4. I was thinking. And 3 times 3 times 3 is 3 to the third power. 3 times 3 times 3. There are 3 of them. It means this number multiplied by itself this number of times. Okay, well, standard form is just the answer. What is 2 times 2? 4. What is 4 times 2? 8. Okay, and then you end up with 8, 16, and 27. Number 3. What is, or 3 is what percent of 10? Now this is a fun one to do. So we know that 3 is what percent of 10? So we're going to look at it. Well, if 3 is what percent of 10? We know that 3 is what percent of 10? We know it's 3. Okay? Well, I always look at this as, remember, percent is always out of 100. How do you get to 100 from 10? Well, you would multiply it by 10. 10 times 10 is 100. So what you do to the bottom, you also do to the top. So 3 times 10 is 30. So 3 is 30% of 10. Number 4. Sebastian carried a half liter of water on a hike. He drank 2/3 of the water. How much water did he drink? Well, let's solve this the way that Greg Tang has told us to, which is to draw a picture. So I'm going to draw a half liter, terribly. Yeah, it kind of looks like a water bottle. Okay, so here is my half. I'm going to change my color to red. Ugh, not that though. Oh well, I guess now I can use purple. Um, and he has half a liter, right? So here's our half. He drank 2/3 of it. So that means he drank this and he drank this, right? Well, what we do to one side, we also need to do to the other. So we're going to make this half the same as that half. So then when we look at it, that this is 2, 2, and 2. So we can say that he drank 1/3 of a liter. Another simple way to do that is to think of it's half of, the power of means to multiply. Half of 2/3. Multiply across, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6. 2 6 simplified is the same thing, 1/3. Just a different way to do it. That's why I enjoy math. All right, let's look at our last one. Write an equation to describe the relationship in each table. Well, we go from 2 to 7, 3 to 8, 4 to 9, 5 to 10, 6 to 11. So it looks that, we could do y equals x, add 5. That's terrible. Hopefully I get a mouse again. Y equals x plus 5. So 2 plus 5 is 7. 3 plus 5 is 8. 4 plus 5 is 9. So I'd say that's right. And 0 to 3, 1 to 4, well, that looks like we're going up by 3. So I'd say the same thing. Y equals x, add 3. All right, stay tuned. On Friday, I will get back with you and have Wednesday and Thursday finished.